Welcome back to Abood Kadid English channel. Today we're going to talk about the listening part of the IELTS test. I strongly recommend watching the What is IELTS. It will give you a good insight. What is the test about? The general and the academic one. Thank you. Let's talk about the first part of the IELTS exam listening section, which comes in different forms such as passport fillings, hopefully no accidents, but when you fill out an insurance form, contract, percentages, surveys. So you have to be alert for first, last names, emails, different kind of emails, Gmail, Hotmail, phone numbers, street names, street numbers, the difference between military time and the normal time, first, second, third, 20, 21st. Miles stands for M, kilometers stands for km, and more details and stuff like that. The second part of the listening section, which comes in different forms, such as multiple choice forms, where you have to choose, for example, 3 questions out of 5. For example, A, B, C, D, E. You can choose D and E. You'll be listening to a story about a plane taking off with some different details, Secondly, it could be a map, so you need to be aware of directions, north, south, west, and east. Thirdly, you could be given a guide about swimming pool, someone who built buildings, so a guide, and you have to follow that guide. And fourthly, you could be given a flow chart, and you have to be very attentive to vocabulary here, because you could be listening to a triangle, or they will give you a part of a car. The third part of the listening section comes in different conversational forms. And here you'll be listening up to 4 students, talking about dialogues which may include a normal dialogue on campus or off campus, a scientific dialogue, could be a dialogue about chemistry. You have a discussion, about chemistry or physics. So here you have to be attentive to different scientific names or words. The fourth part of the listening section comes in one form only. And really, I call it here, personally, it's the long run. You will be listening for a conversation for up to 1 minute by someone who is a PhD professor. He may be talking, or she may be talking about physics course, but it's easy, no worries. Techniques and tips for the listening section. You've got to complete 40 questions in half an hour. However, I have good news for you. Oh yeah. So first of all, what you need to do, organize your time very well. Before you listen to the audio, take 10 seconds, read the question, and underline the keywords before the blank that is missing and after it. So, am I missing an adjective, a noun, an adverb? What kind part of speech am I missing? This will help you to predict the answer. Now, the moment you hear the audio, let's say, for example, you hear the word dolphins. You write out exactly what you hear. You write out dolphins. Now suppose for some reason you don't hear the S and you write out dolphin. You lose points. Spelling is very important. Dolphins, and you spell it as dolphins. If you would like to ace the exam, never look back to the previous question, because in case you forgot something and you're still thinking about the previous question, you will miss the next question. Secondly, listen for synonyms. For example, you may hear essential and the audio is going to say important. It is the same thing. So when you're hearing a couple of words before the answer, you're going to hear some synonyms. Watch out for synonyms. And lastly, believe in yourself. Practice as many exams as you could. And you know, sometimes you will get the mark. You may think you scored a 6 and you end up with a 7. Probably you're asking yourself now, how I'm going to practice? Too many details, too many parts, too many questions. I have good news for you. For section 1, remember, it's a short conversation. So listen to short broadcasts, mini news. Listen to it and summarize every day what you hear. For section 2, actually it's a mini lecture. So listen to part of lectures, professor lectures, part of it. While you're listening, again, summarize what you hear. Now, do not worry about whether you understand or not. The key is to listen. Your ear gets actually accustomed to listening and writing out summaries. For section 3, it's kind of a long dialogue because, remember, you're going to listen to up to 4 students. Listen to long dialogues. You can go actually on Google and there are a lot of long dialogues. And my strong recommendation, get old exams. Practice as many as you could, especially for section 4, because for section 4, it is a long conversation for a PhD professor. The guy could talk, he or she could talk up to a minute. On Google, there are many audio lectures for professors. Search on Google, and there is one source I remember. It's actually called BBC English. They have all kinds of sources. Just search, do your homework. I'm confident you will be doing well. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching Abood Kadid English channel.